Welcome to the introduction of Oracle's Web Inquiry. Web Inquiry is a suite of resellable assets supported by MyOracle support, like any other standard product. It has more than 85 customers in Japan and is now available for sale in the US. It can be installed and implemented within a day and empowers business users by removing their dependency on IT support. Built using Oracle Application Framework, it looks and feels very similar to EBS, but is intuitive and simple to use. Here are some of the features of Web Inquiry. It's a true end-user program that empowers the business, increasing productivity and effectiveness of all types of users. It's a far cry from complex technical tools that demand knowledge of a convoluted data structure in the underlying ERP. It understands intricate interrelationships, so users don't have to. The inquiries are dynamic, configure-enabled, and include essential logic without any setup, and can be saved and scheduled for future use. All requirements are based on actual implementation. It's purpose-built, not only to understand the ERP system and the underlying data, but also honoring the security that is essential to execute the process. All the security requirements came from end users. It's capable of creating reports in minutes that can be ran real-time in seconds. There is no additional hardware, software, or infrastructure required, and no consulting services needed for operation and maintenance. It brings together the ease of use of an inquiry screen with the power and flexibility of a reporting tool. It enables users to drill down, up and around, to answer the questions they really need to know without the need to revert back to Oracle forms or change responsibility. It has flexible output formats such as CVS, EML, or Excel. It can be configured in less than an hour. Faster implementation de-risks reporting investments, substantially lowering the total cost of ownership and increasing the time to benefit. Unlike the high-end reporting tools that are positioned to create reports for the top management, Web Inquiries is positioned as a tool for the operational users with low implementation cost. These are some of the top accounts that use Oracle's Web Inquiry. It's a combination of big companies, small companies, and everything in between. Currently, Web Inquiry is available in 5 modules: Financials, GL, AP, and AR, Fixed Asset Management, Supply Chain Management, Human Resource Management, and Manufacturing and Value Chain Planning. Here is an example of how Web Inquiries can be used to reduce the time needed by the end user. For example, navigation from material transaction to order details in EBS takes more than 4 clicks. It also takes a change in responsibility. Alternatively, Web Inquiry only requires 2 clicks and requires no responsibility change. It also has the ability to choose the view you want displayed. You can reorder the columns or specify the sorting. You also have pre-formatted reports that don't require any change in the format before use. You have drill-down capabilities, which can take you across the modules. For example, moving from inventory to order management. You can have multiple reports. For example, this pre-formatted Excel report. You have the function of running the queries on the background or running them online. You can also schedule them to run at a later time or save them for future use for yourself and other users. Thank you for watching this introduction of Oracle's Web Inquiry. Welcome to a demonstration of Web Inquiry. In this video, we will show you how it can improve efficiency for the end user. Right now, I am at the General Ledger Super User Responsibility. Now I click on GL Web Inquiry, which is available within the same module. When I click on it, it takes me to the homepage of the GL Web Inquiry. There are multiple tabs to run different types of reports. The most important one being the balance inquiry, by which I can view the balance from the GL. I can define the new inquiries and use the existing inquiries, or I can modify and save them by a different name to be used at a later time. For now, I will open an existing inquiry. I'll click on the balance summary. When I click on this inquiry, it shows me all the conditions that are applied to this inquiry, and I have the option of running it in online mode or running it in the background. Let me launch the request in background mode. I can choose to execute right away or run it at a different time. Let me click on Run. Now I get a confirmation that my background request has been launched with a request ID. I can go to the Status Reports tab and I can see the status of my request. Right now it is in the pending state. Now in the running state. And let me open one of the previous requests to see how it looks. It opens a pre-formatted report on a new screen, and you can see the header level information at the top and line information below, which is more detailed. You can see the balances are aligned according to the time periods here. You can define this format and make it more user-friendly to your organization. I'm going to click on one of these inquiries to see the drill-down capabilities of this tool. That takes me to another screen where I can see more detailed information about the ledger. These are the individual entries that are making up this ledger. So here on these lines, I can either click on the journal to see the entire journal, or click on the reference documents so I can see that the entry is showing from payable as a source and purchase inventory as a category. This information is coming from the invoice. If I click on the reference document, you can see all the details. You can see the header level information, the invoice accounting, the status, the payment, the lines, and distribution information. So I have a 360-degree view of this invoice. I can also click on the payment summary to see the details. I can go back to the invoice or close out the screen. Now I will show you an example of a journal entry report. Similar to the balance inquiry, the journal entry lines inquiry allows you to create your own reports or open and run one of the existing reports. You can also go right to the status reports to see everything that you have already run that is available to you immediately. Let me show you an example of a report that is in Excel format. I will click on the balance inquiry report and click Open, which then takes me to an Excel sheet. It is a well-formatted report that is based on the format I specified. I can add columns and remove columns and put them in the sequence that gives me the reporting capabilities that the user is looking for. There is no IT work in this entire report creation process. Thank you very much for watching this demonstration video.